Hey guys, if you made it this far, congrats. We're in question number 2. Can you identify your love style? And it began with a quote from Catherine Ann Potter. Says, "Love must be learned and learned again and again. There is no end to it." When asked what makes a good marriage, the answer given by nearly 90% of the population is being in love, in quote. When asked to list the essential ingredients of love as a basis for marriage, however, a survey of more than 1,000 college students revealed that no single item was mentioned by at least one half of those responding. In other words, we can't agree on what love is, or perhaps more accurately, we don't know what love is. As one person in the survey said, love is like lightning. You may not know what it is, but you know when it hits you. 500 years ago, Chaucer said, "Love is blind." Maybe he was right, but it is time to strip off our blindfolds and look love square in the face. In this chapter, we pose 3 critical questions. What is love? How does one give and receive love? And how can you make love last a lifetime? We answer these questions by exploring the anatomy of love, its parts and pieces. Next, we look at the unique styles of love each person brings to a marriage. We then explore the passages through which every couple must maneuver if they are to keep their love alive. We conclude with a point-by-point plan for making love last a lifetime. Now there's a subheading titled The Anatomy of Love. Let's go. What is love? What is love? Asked Shakespeare in Twelfth Night. The question has echoed for centuries, and there is still no definitive answer. Is love the self-seeking desire described by William Blake's poem, "Love seeketh only self to please"? Or is love the self-sacrificial stance described by the Apostle Paul? Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Whatever love is, it is not easy to pin down. For love is a strange mixture of opposites. It includes affection and anger, excitement and boredom, stability and change, restriction and freedom. Love's ultimate paradox is two beings becoming one, yet remaining two. Okay? We have found that love's paradoxical quality makes some couples question whether they are really in love. We meet dozens of engaged and married couples in this predicament every year. Scott and Courtney are our case study. They are our example. With their wedding dates just 3 months away, Scott broke off their engagement because he wasn't sure he really loved Courtney. Cupid's arrow has seemingly lost its punch and he was calling it quits. "I have strong affection for Courtney," Scott confided, "but I am not sure I have ever been in love with her. I don't even know what love is." Scott, like many others on the precipice of lifelong love, was uncertain and confused. "How do I know if it is true love or just a passing emotion?" he asked. Very important question. Jennifer, another example, wondered about her love for Michael. They had been married nearly a decade when love's intoxication had all but evaporated, or so it seemed. After graduating from college, they married and began their individual career journeys. She as an accountant executive and he as a social worker. Jennifer and Michael had put off having children until they were more settled. And now that they were, Jennifer wondered if their love had settled too. "How can we have a baby when I don't even know if I still love Michael?" asked Jennifer. She thought for a moment, then added, I am closer to Michael than anyone else, but it feels more like we are just good friends than good lovers. Are we still in love or not? She asked. Scott, facing marriage, and Jennifer, launching into a second decade of marriage, both worried that love had slipped through their fingers or that they had never really held love at all. Both were struggling with the same question: what is love? A few years ago, it was much more difficult to answer these questions. For most of human history, love was the province of poets, philosophers, and sages. Social scientists will have nothing to do with it, believing that love was too mysterious and too intangible for scientific study. Fortunately, the study of love has become more respectable in recent years and is no longer taboo. Today, hundreds of students and professional articles on love are being published each year, and there is much to be gleaned from this scientific harvest. Robert Sternberg, a Yale University psychologist, has pioneered much of the new research. He developed the triangular model of love, one of the most encompassing views to date. In his model, love, like a triangle, has three sides: passion, intimacy, and commitment. And now we're going to go on to the next phase, defining these three triangles. Stay tuned.